I don't know, folks. I sit here and I'm backing off from a distance, a little bit of a distance, just looking at all of this. I'm watching the media today. I'm not listening. I've got closed captioning. I'm looking at the media and their pictures, and I've got the stack of Trump news here. And, on the one hand, over here, we've got Muslim terrorism, Islamic extremism. We've got San Bernardino. We've got Paris. And over here, we have apparently the biggest problem the world faces is Donald Trump. It's fascinating when you see it that way, and I do. It's stunning to watch this. I don't care what you think of what Trump's saying. He's just a candidate. It's just words, and his words are not harming anybody here. And yet Trump is being treated as the biggest threat and danger to the American way of life. And Trump's supporters are being treated as the biggest threat to the American way of life. And, of course, right-wing radio is lumped right in with them all as the biggest threat to the American way of life. Meanwhile, we're not even a week removed from yet another Islamist extremist terror event in this country. We've already got the Politico magazine. Why do these young Muslims hate us so much? And they conclude it's because of right-wing media and prejudiced Christians. They can't figure out any other reason why. Politicizing everything. I've got this stack worldwide Trump reaction. This is Washington Post. The world reacts to Trump's proposed ban on Muslims entering the U.S. And it's a long story, quoting various things Trump said, and people's reaction to it without any recognition of precedents. Trump wants to ban Muslims. We are deporting Christians right now. And we are not allowing Christian refugees from Syria to enter the country. You don't find that mentioned anywhere. But it's fascinating. Huma Wiener. I'm sorry. They never use her name. I always call her Huma Abedin. If I had a choice between Wiener and Abedin, I don't know what I would do. But she's obviously going with Abedin. Huma Abedin blasts Trump's Islamophobia. Trump wants to literally write racism into our law books. Abedin, the longtime Hillary Clinton associate, wrote in an email to supporters Monday night, his Islamophobia doesn't reflect our nation's values. It goes far enough to damage our country's reputation and could even threaten our national security. I'm sorry, folks. I have never associated liberalism with America's values. I'm sorry. I just never have. And that's why this reads like a foreign language to me. When I hear liberals talking about American values, all I can think of is the values they're trying to undermine. The values that they're trying to transform. Huma's not running for anything. She's, Why are you saying Huma can't speak? What is it? Huma can't. She works for Hillary. You say Hillary spokespeople can't speak? Who the hell is Huma Abedin? You're missing. Huma Abedin is an important American. She works for Hillary Clinton, and she's married to Anthony Weiner, who sends pictures of his member out on Instagram or Snapchat or what. She's an important person in America. That's what I'm saying. You're saying, who is Huma Abedin? You are Islamophobic when you say that. You are distorting American values simply with that question. My point is, I just have never associated the left with maintaining or supporting or upholding American values. I've always associated with the left with trying to tear them down. Well, you look at the left's cultural agenda and you tell me that's American values. I'm sorry, folks. They're in the process of tearing them down. So when I hear Obama talking about, that's not who we are, that's not American values, I just want to spit. It makes me so mad. These people do not represent American values. They're in the process of trying to redefine them, tear them down, rebuild them, what have you. Ditto Huma Abedin. Senator Lindsey Graham on Tuesday blasted Donald Trump. You know how you make America great again, Graham said? You tell Donald Trump to go to hell. So, I mean, everybody, this is part of Trump's brilliance. I think they say Trump's genius, but he's got everybody saying the same thing. Everybody opposed to Trump has to go to great lengths to try to stand out from one another because they're all saying the same stuff. Florida mayor has banned Trump from entering the city. St. Petersburg Mayor Rick Kriesman, Democrat, tweeted late Monday that he was barring Trump from his city until we fully understand the dangerous threat posed by all Trumps. Again, I say, if you're a Martian and you just landed here and you turn on the American media or add an American newspaper to your reading list or whatever, you're going to think this is a Muslim country that a bunch of Christian terrorists are trying to take over and conquer. And Huma Abedin will tell you that. Be able to find quotes from people like Huma Abedin if you're from Mars. If you happen to be from Mars, you just landed here, you're probably going to say, how the hell do we get back to Mars? Dick Cheney has slammed Trump's Muslim idea. Former Vice President Dick Cheney joining a chorus of voices slamming Trump's proposal to bar Muslims from entering the U.S. Jeff Bezos, this is the headline. You know, Jeff Bezos of Amazon owns the Washington Post. This is a story from thehill.com, and the headline, why Washington Post owner floats sending Trump to space. Bezos is in a competition with Elon Musk over a private rocket company. Elon Musk has SpaceX. I think Bezos just beat Musk on that. Bezos just successfully retrieved and landed a rocket that his company had launched. Jeff Bezos on Monday responded to an attack from fellow billionaire businessman Donald Trump by suggesting that the GOP presidential candidate be sent to space. And the CNN story is the GOP ready to unite against Trump for his Muslim ban. Oh, they're trying. Everybody's trying so hard to take Trump out. Headline. This is in the Politico. Trump not bothered by comparisons to Hitler. Excuse me. The billionaire businessman refuses to back off his proposal to temporarily ban all Muslims from entering the U.S. Donald Trump went on a series of rhetorical rants on Tuesday morning saying he does not mind comparisons to Adolf Hitler and tussling with morning show anchors about his proposal to temporarily ban all Muslims from entering America, calling his approach more akin to what Hitler's American contemporary did during World War II would be FDR. He says FDR is a great American. FDR is one of the greatest presidents in the world. Look what FDR did. And by the way, Baghdad Jim McDermott, did you see this? Here's another thing Trump has done. It's the first time I have ever seen a Democrat come out and rag on FDR. And Baghdad Jim McDermott today did. Baghdad Jim McDermott, who's a member of Congress from Washington State, came out and ripped into FDR for the internment of the Japanese. I've never seen that happen. Trump, it's another thing he's pulled off here. George Stephanopoulos, you know, Donald, you're increasingly being compared to Hitler. Doesn't that give you any pause at all? Trump said no. Invoking what he termed FDR's solution for Germans, Italians, Japanese many years ago during World War II. This was a president highly respected by all, Trump said. Pressed on whether he would then advocate the establishment of internment camps for Muslims. This is so absurd. This is just the media. I'll tell you, it's fascinating to watch. So, Mr. Trump, will you be in favor of internment camps? What about the comparison to Hitler? I don't mind. Bring it on. The media just cannot figure this out. They can't stop it no matter what they do. They can't shame Trump. They can't embarrass him. They can't distance Trump from his supporters. They can't separate Trump supporters from Trump. Pressed whether he would then advocate the establishment of internment camps. He hasn't said anything other than we need to have a temporary stop, a temporary hold on any more Muslims coming into America. And look at the excrement fit. And now, you're being compared to Hitler, Ted Bottle. You? Not at all. What do you think about internment camps? You for those? Trump said, no, I'm not. But he said, you look at Paris and London, they don't look like they used to. And they don't. The Paris you've always dreamed of going to, by the way, isn't there. Well, I mean, little pockets of it are, but Trump said, look, I hope it'll go quickly. I hope we can figure it out. We'll have many, many more World Trade Centers. Sure as you're sitting there, George, our country's never going to be the same if we don't get a handle on this, George. Let's take a break. We'll come back and listen to some of Trump's reaction to all of this, some of the things he's actually saying out there.